creature of habit. I let my thoughts lead me to places that I couldn't imagine. We're from the depths of the jungle, would've thought it was magic. Set a goal, mapped it out, and put the plan in action. You know we bout that action. Speaking parables, God talk, you know how guys do. Always more to prove, like a nigga 5'2". Quick to slide through the art of war, masterful like Sun Tzu. You don't find us, nigga, we find you. Imitated, never duplicated. Nigga super jaded, too amazing. No, he's super patient. Moonwalk through the bullshit for a super gracious. Praises to the greatest. Tell me who debating. 99 if you talking rates. Never not believed in me.
Missed y'all. Thank you for all the returning viewers, and if it's your first time tuning in, this is the Keep It A Buck podcast. I am your host, Saani, and I am so glad to be back with y'all. Keep It A Buck podcast is a show about relationships, black man's emotions, self-awareness, God, and black women's God here in our culture. But bigger than that, man, I'm just gonna give you some of everything. Like, I'm just a regular person, and my job is to get you to realize that everybody's a regular person, and there's extraordinary in everybody. So we don't need to look up to well, it's fine to have a role model and stuff like that, but we don't need to idolize people and look at people like they're something we're not. Everybody is extraordinary, right? But everybody's also a regular person. So it's my job for you to realize that, and for you to pull that out of yourself and get the inner greatness inside of you. And on top of that, it's my job to make you laugh, cry, question others, question yourself, just everything. That's what the Keep It A Buck podcast is about. Subscribe, share, do all that kind of stuff. All right, now, see, I just turned 35 in the summer, and that's something they don't tell you that. That's something that you acquire once you turn 35. All you 33, 34-year-olds out there thinking y'all still young, you're right. But as soon as you hit 35, involuntarily, I was just saying it every time when I left. Are you coming tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be tomorrow. All right, now. Huh? Who said that? When did I turn into him? So if you close to 35 and you a black man, just know. All right, now, it's coming. And speaking of black men, as you all know, I'm writing a book, Guide to Learning Black People. So that's going to be a segment on this season, Guide to Learning Black People. And it's all about the stuff that y'all do. All about the stuff that we do. And honestly, a lot of the issues, besides people just being racist, people do not know black people. Man, I work with a couple white guys who had never been around black people before. Never, like not on a interpersonal level. But people just really don't know black people, right? Not even Africans. Africans don't know black people. The African American or black is the youngest race on the planet by far, by thousands of years. And people just don't know us. They only know us from what they see or what they read, if they even read. Yeah, if they read skewed statistics and all that. But people just don't know us, yo. They think everybody is the same. Now, they think we cool, but they just don't know us. And what I want to talk about today, because I love being black, but everything about it, I had to question some stuff that we do. And that is, why do black moms make stuff up? They have sayings where they make stuff up. I don't know about y'all. Yeah, I do know about y'all mom, because she black. So if your mom was black, or if it wasn't your mom, it was your auntie. But my mom done told me several times, and I done heard several black moms say, that thing more scared of you than you are of it. Huh? Mama, you work at General Motors. You don't know the psychology of this animal? I don't care how little it is. Sonny, that thing more scared of you than you is it. How the fuck you know? You don't. You don't know, Ma. You don't know. All the moms out there who just say stuff. You don't know. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. How many moms grew up around wildlife? I grew up in Flint, Michigan. Ain't a snake in sight. How you know if it was a snake, it would have bit me? How you know? How you know? And then if I come in there and find it, I'm gonna whoop you. What the fuck? You telling me I'm supposed to be good at identifying and finding stuff as you? You 40. You 40. I'm 6. Cut me some slack. Stop making stuff up. All right? And speaking of that, like, nobody's gonna put their eye out. Stop throwing that for y'all. Put your eye out. I've never seen an eye put out. Nobody mom never seen an eye put out. Or she'd have told you that story. What's the craziest thing you ever seen? Oh, I see somebody's eye get put out. No, you ain't never seen that. But you keep threatening me. Stop before y'all put somebody eye out. That's not even how you say it. Like, I'm sure the medical term is like it's like way more gruesome than that. What are we doing? Oh, somebody put his eye out. Nah, he was gorged. Like, like it's a way different than you're gonna put somebody eye out. Stop making stuff up, black moms. You don't know what animal is scared of me, and that's straight up. So let me ask y'all something just off the top. Can your significant other wish their ex happy birthday? In the most non-personal way, I guess. So I guess that would be social media and not a text message or anything like that. Are y'all fine with y'all significant other wishing their ex a happy birthday? Now, I want you to answer that question. I want you to tell me, what communication are you cool with your significant other having with their ex? What type of communications are you fine with them having? How much communication? Like, what's all right, what's not all right? And that lead me into today's topic. What is the expiration on love? Does love expire? Because I have and I will never stop loving my exes. I haven't had that many girlfriends, right? And I haven't had that many women who I love outside of my family and a couple platonic friends. So these people who I at one time was in a relationship in love, I don't stop loving them. Like I was having a conversation and it's like I was talking about one of my exes and I was like, man, I love her. And my homeboys was like, nah, you don't love her. Huh? Why I don't love her? I loved her. So like, when and why does it become past tense? Or bigger than that, like, is love situational? Okay, so that's the first question we got to ask ourselves. Is love situational? Do I love you because of who we are, or do I love you because of who you are? Right? Because if you my girl and we in a relationship and we built something, I love you. I love us. You know what I'm saying? I love you. We together. But is that because we're together and we working on something together so we have a shared interest? Or is it because I fell for the person you are? And if I fell for the person that you are, and when I fell, it resulted in me opening up my emotions, and my emotions, me safeguarding them and realizing, okay, this is a safe place for me. And then that's when a love was formed. So now I'm with you. I love you. So am I with you because do I love you because who we are, or do I love you because of who you are? Because here's my thing. If I love you because of who you are, then what gives? How could I stop loving you once we are no more? Like, I'm sure some stuff if my ex did something to my mom, do you know what I'm saying? Like something vicious, I'm sure it's certain situations that's just unforgivable, right? And it's like, dang, I really just lost that love that I have for that person in any relationship. But if that's not the case, then how dare you? How dare any of my exes stop loving me? I was really good to y'all. Regardless of what happened, regardless of what I did wrong or what you did wrong, you probably did more wrong than me, honestly. Like, I love you, but come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck. That's the name of the show. I can't lie to the people. But despite that, I still love you. And you better love me. I'm not saying interfere in my... And I don't have a relationship right now, so shout out to any single ladies. But I'm not saying interfere in my relationship if I had one, or I would interfere in yours. But how could you not love me? What did I do to you? If you love me, what did I do to you for you to come to the decision, well, I don't love him no more? Or, I mean, can you even come to that decision, or do your heart have to tell you that? But how did you even get to that point where, nah, I don't love him no more? What did I do? Or who did you find out that I was? So all my exes, matter of fact, I'm hitting my exes up after this podcast, and I'm going to ask them, do they still love me? Oh, I almost said your name. I almost said your name. You know who you are. I almost said your name. But do you love me? We're going to figure it out. Yeah, so because a lot of y'all, when I said, is it cool to does love expire, or is it cool to when I said I love my ex, is my exes and I'll never stop loving my exes, y'all was like, huh? What? If you can't be in a relationship with me talking about you love your ex, why not? Why not? Why can I not? Before I move on to that point, the first question I ask. So the person who you with now, the people who you've been with, or the people who just in your life, you love them because of what y'all are together or because of who they are? Which is it? Answer that question. Do you love for what you and the person are together or for who the person is? Answer it. That'd be my issue with a lot of women, because that's what's about to go on right now. Women, y'all don't like to answer the question, or y'all like to answer it with a question, especially if you're wrong. It's cool to just say that you're wrong, and we can move on. Now I'm gonna ask you again: do you love somebody for what y'all are, or who they are? So why the fuck you gotta stop loving your ex? You hear me? You underdig? Now, my next point: why do I have to stop loving my ex? I'm capable. Now, let's break down love, right? You can love somebody, and here we go. Because I don't know if y'all believe in platonic friends, but let's just take it to friends of the same sex, right? You love your friends, but you don't want to be with them. You have people who you grew up with or who you looked up to, family, friends, who you love, right? So people get love and love and lust mad confused. The majority of people in my life who I love, I haven't slept with. So if we're going to attribute love to any type of relationship, it's probably toward the platonic relationship or non-sexual intimacy. You only find so many of those people who you love unless you're a serial lover. Shout out to, I ain't going to do that. But unless you're a serial lover, you only find so many people. So why do I have to stop loving my ex? And why can't I love them and it not be sexual any longer? Is that possible? I love her. So what? I love her. I don't want to be with her because I love her. Do I care about her? Absolutely. Absolutely, I care about her. Absolutely. If it was a situation where she felt like she needed me and she called me, now depending on what it is, I can't come get you about the shower. But if you was down on money and you felt like you called me, we no longer really, you know what I'm saying, kick it like that because we got relationships or whatever the case may be, and you felt the need to call me, how can I say that I loved you if I don't care about what you're going through right now? If I can't extend something to you, now there's certain points in my relationship and certain things in my current relationship that might prevent me from doing certain things. But are you telling me that I shouldn't help my ex out, somebody who I love, and it's only a short list of people who get to that point? I shouldn't help them out for my significant other's ego? I'm not saying go over there and get her out of the shower. I ain't saying go fight a nigga for it. I'm saying if it's something that I could provide and it has no remnants of a relationship or anything sexual, I'm supposed to not do that for my current girl's ego. Is that what you're telling me? And let me be honest with y'all. And ladies, listen to this. A lot of the times when y'all talk about the women in our lives, when y'all figure out, oh, well, she this, she that. And even if, I ain't talking about if the guy done something with him, even if you just suspecting. A lot of those girls you talking about been around longer than you. On the real, you meet a dude in February, y'all start dating, y'all start kicking it by September, October, y'all a couple. These chicks who you talking about, who was that texting you or this and that? I knew her way longer than I knew you. Way longer. You catch a message and say, I love her. I do love her. I don't know you. I know her. I don't even know you. You trying to check me about who I love. I'm not capping for just going out there and being irresponsible in a relationship. But you trying to check me about who I love, or you trying to make me feel some type of way. You love her, or this the type of, yeah, that's the type of person I like. I don't even know. Listen. I'm trying to get to that point with you. And I obviously like enough about you to be in a committed relationship with you. And I plan to be in a committed relationship with you. That being said, I don't love you. And I don't know you. I know things about you. Hopefully I know critical things about you. But I don't know you. I know her. And I'm not saying I'm sleeping with her. Matter of fact, I'm saying I'm not sleeping with her. But I know her. Now, if it was my ex, yes, I did sleep with her, but I'm not sleeping with her. So I know her. So if my ex hit me up and I feel like, yo, she don't hit me up, you know what I'm saying? She hit me up because she needs something. I don't think it's fair that I should have to not do something that I feel is right or that I feel is just for somebody's ego. My girl come to me, right? Boom. This is hypothetical. With me and her been together 18 months. She was with a nigga 4 years prior to me and her. My man whip breakdown. We doing well off. You know what I mean? My man whip breakdown. It's been down 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? He even tried everything. He did this and that. He need $800. He really exhausted all options. She come to me. She let me know that she break that down, right? What will my girl XP? Because my girl, I know she gonna do some dumb shit, so I ain't gonna end up liking her anyway. Let me make a dumbass name up. Tremecia. Yeah. Tremecia ass. She come to me and she break down the situation. Y'all explain to me, what is it other than my ego that would stop me from allowing her to let him borrow this money? What other than my ego? She is not deceiving me in any way. She told me the straight up truth, straight up and down. She was up front with me. And I'm sure if she was with him 5 years, I actually know of him. So it's not nobody new. It's not a new situationship. She told me the truth. And she's trying to help somebody. So what other than my ego would prevent this from happening? What else other than my ego? Because that's the only thing that I can think of. And at the same time, man, people going to do what they're going to do better. So ain't no way this girl going to come to me and tell me, yo, I'm about to give him $800, you know what I'm saying, because of this, and that, and then go fuck him, right? Should have been doing that, right? Like, I don't feel like she going to tell me that and then go fuck him. And even if that's the case, ain't nothing I can do about it anyway. If you feel like somebody is that disrespectful to come to you and be like, yo, I'm finna let this person borrow this money and I'm on the real, I'm screwing them. If you that disrespectful, guess what? I ain't know you anyway. I didn't know you and I don't need to be with you. And that's exactly why I love my ex, Tremecia. But I can't think of anything other than an ego that would prevent somebody from letting their significant other do that for their ex. Told the truth. What's the issue? Let me give y'all a second. What's the issue? Tell me what the issue is. You just don't like it. Okay, you just don't like it. Why? No, don't hit me with that. What if I just did. I just broke it down. Yeah, Tremecia came to me. She let me know that. We got it. Go ahead. Look, my man got kids, yo. My man got kids. They got to get to school. And look, what's your line? That ain't my fault. That ain't my responsibility. But you don't care about the kids' well-being just because of your ego? Like, I'm supposed to not care about kids' well-being and them getting back and forth and their father providing from them for my ego. Now, if she give them $800 and we get burnt, yeah, I'm getting mad at her. Because what the fuck? If you love this person and you knew him, you know him, how you let that happen? Why would you let that person borrow the money? But me personally, I wouldn't let that type of person borrow the money. But you was with somebody 5 years and come on, man. I've only been with her for 18 months. They was together 5 years. They got way more history than me and her got. Whether good or bad. It's way more history. It's way more. If you've been working on the company for 5 years, man, and then you come along and you and somebody else start a company, it's been a year and a half, and like an opportunity come from the company you was working on for 5 years, an opportunity come and they just start shitting on it. It's like, hold on, my man. I was doing this a while ago, but like I kind of got out of it because of the industry. But you gonna shit on something that I was doing for 5 years? If I was doing it for 5 years, a lot of me like this. You just gonna come along and shit on something I was doing for 5 years? That's not right. And honestly, it's making me look at you a type of way. Like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? If Tramisha was with Buddy for 5 years, and then here I go, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some questions, yeah. But if them questions is of an interrogation, and or like, yeah, I'm making it seem like she doing something, then I fully expect her to look at me like, look at this clown nigga. Like, nigga, it's too easy to cheat nowadays, man. So if somebody want to cheat, they want to cheat. But I don't think I should have to stop loving my ex. That's just for real, man. One day I will talk about it, and I guess I just want to kind of do a hierarchy of like the people in your life ever. Like, I know you don't. It probably ain't that many people who you love from elementary school. Depending on how your family is, whether it's a big family, you love your cousin and all that, but that don't count. So you probably don't love. You'll probably maybe 1 or 2 motherfuckers from elementary school, if that. People don't even stay together in high school. So let's just say it's 3 people, but that's a stretch for girls. So 2 from elementary, 3 from high school. That's 5. If you went to college or post-secondary education or started a job, maybe you found a couple at the job. So by the time you're 28, that's like maybe 6 or 7 people who you love outside of your family for your whole life. You 27, 28 years old. And then you add in a relationship, maybe 2 or 3 of them. So I'm up to a dozen max. You know what I'm saying? I'm up to a dozen people that I love that's outside of my family. A dozen people. So you telling me, or 10 to 12 people, you telling me somebody calling me, that's a 10th. That's a 10th of the people I love, that I've chosen to love through whatever means, whether we met back in the day, however. That's a 10th of the people. You want me to turn my back on a 10th of the people for your ego? Nah, listen, I'm going to make you feel comfortable in a relationship however I can. And however I can do this favor for my ex, however I can do that to make you comfortable, I promise you I'll do that. I promise you I'll do that. But I'm not going shit on my ex. I'm not shitting on my ex for your ego. Never. If my ex disrespects our relationship, then it's a problem. It's a problem. I don't care, because if my brother disrespect our relationship, it's a problem, and I love him. If my homeboy disrespect our relationship, it's a problem, and I love them. But if she don't disrespect our relationship, then I'm not gonna leave. It's a way to depart from somebody without ever leaving. I'm not gonna leave her fucked up for your ego. Why do I love her? Get used to hearing it. Somebody went through my phone before, seen a text message and was like, but you said you love her. You know what I said? I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. I love her. Get used to that, man. And then, and I'm talking from a male perspective, but maybe it's the other way, you know what I'm saying, too. But ladies, like, y'all not the only woman in our lives. When y'all are a girl, you're not the only woman in our lives. And I'm talking about if I'm totally faithful. You are not the only woman in my life. There are other women who give me happiness. Get used to it. Get used to it, and get used to knowing that I love her. You're not the only woman I love. Get used to it. Can you please get used to that so we can just move on? If you want to catch me cheating if I'm doing something, then go ahead and do that. But don't sweat me over because I love somebody, because I still love my ex. If I still want to be with my ex, that's a problem. That means I'm not ready to be committed to you. But if I still love my ex, and if I still would look out for my ex in a time of need, I don't think nothing wrong with that. But let's move on. We got to figure something out with this, the air too and the sound, because it's hot. Jeez. Figure that out before next week. Let me see. Yeah, so what, and I referenced this before, but what makes somebody take away their love? Like you said, you loved me, right? So why did you take away your love? Tell me why you took away your love. Because I've yet to have anybody who's ever came into my life who I love, who I do not love anymore. So I don't know what it takes for somebody to do something to you where you don't love them. I got some people who I ain't talked to in years on some, like, I don't want to call it beef. Just on some disagreements that weren't handled in the best way. Still love them to death. To death. If I'm around and something going down, not to them. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So I have yet to be in a situation where I've took my love away. So I'm asking y'all, what makes somebody take their love away? What offense has to happen? Right? What happens? Because if you really love somebody, y'all, stop saying it if you don't mean it. Right? Stop saying it if you don't mean it. Even if you say it by accident, if you know what I'm saying, you having sex, and because that's where we slipping up a lot. Somebody say I love you, you say I love you back during sex. Yeah, cool. Double back though. Double back and have that conversation. Because false love and somebody thinking that you love them when you don't love them, it's gonna lead to a long road where somebody gonna be hurt and probably end up physically hurt. Stop lying to women telling them you love them. Stop lying to niggas telling them you love them. And stop, y'all got me fired up. Y'all watch Sex Life? Huh? Women, stop trying to get married because y'all supposed to. You hear me? Women, stop trying to get married because y'all supposed to. Get a nigga because he fly to you. Get a nigga because he fly to you when you want to get a nigga. Because he fly to you. Notice I ain't say nothing about how much money he make. I ain't say nothing about how he look. I ain't say nothing. Get a nigga because he fly to you. Because if a nigga is fly to you, that's all that matters. And if he fly to you, then that's going to be the time to get him. But if you don't want to be with nobody, if ain't nobody fly to you, then don't be with a nigga. Don't just do it because you're supposed to. You're going to end up in a situation where you somewhere where you don't want to be. Imagine if somebody pulled out a map and was like, yo, time's running down. Pick somewhere to be for the rest of your life. You can't go nowhere else. That's how a lot of women think about marriage once they start getting older. Like, imagine that. Somebody really pull out a map of the world, or even just the U.S., and be like, pick somewhere you got to live there. Pick somewhere you got to go there, and you can't go nowhere else the rest of your life. Like, you know how crazy that'd be? I don't know where I would pick. It's so much that goes into it. Well, how's the summers there? Where do they have natural disasters? What's the cost of living? It's so much that go into it that's crazy. I couldn't do it on a clock. Like, I got to hurry up and decide. This is a big decision, and women act like, let me stop saying women. People act like marriage and committed relationships aren't a big decision. I'm not even, which is a whole nother episode. I'm not even certain everybody is supposed to be in a committed monogamous relationship. I feel like, man, because ain't nobody loving themselves. We don't love ourselves at all. You hear me? I don't love me. Nigga, I don't love me. And I think I'm dope. I think I'm a cold nigga, but I don't love me. So if I'm trying to get a relationship and get somebody else to love, I don't love me. Not for real. I got too many insecurities, too much stuff I don't know about my family lineage, just regular shit that we all go through. I do not love me, but I try every day and try to go closer to loving myself and who I really am. But until I figure that out, I don't need to be getting nobody. And you don't know or love yourself, sweetheart, at all. If you did, you wouldn't be saying the shit you said to me or trying to get the stuff that you give to me. You don't know yourself. You don't love yourself. Do that first. You know what I'm saying? Do that. But I went on a tangent because of that sex life. And look, on episode 4, the nigga went on a date with my man who he followed in the shower for one. Nigga dick was down to his knees. Right then and there, like, I got to kill buddy. But I'm not going on a date. But anyway, y'all might not have seen Sex Life. But it's a pretty good show. You should check it out. It's a lot of realness in there. It's just white people. But yeah, I don't know if y'all answered that question already or not. How did you stop loving somebody? Matter of fact, I want them email responses. So email the show and let me know if you were in a situation where you love somebody and you stopped loving them. And I have to know, why did you stop loving that person? All right, because I've yet to been in that situation, platonic relationships or relationships with women. or relationships with women who I've been with. All right. How much control do we have regarding our love? So I loved and wish I didn't, and I didn't love and wish I did. Because is the one who got away, is that real? Do y'all have a one who got away, or y'all don't even think about it? Let me see. Nah, you know what? I don't have one because she ain't away. Really? Never. You ain't never away. You hear me? Let me look at this camera. You ain't never away. Ever. I'm here. You ain't never away. Never. But anyway, how much control do we have regarding our love? Right? Cause I lusted. We don't know what love is. A lot of people don't know what love is. But the most, I don't think I've ever been in love. But the most I've thought that I've been in love, I didn't want to. So I've been in situations where my ex broke up with me, and I really, really, really thought I loved her, and I really wanted to be back with her. But it was that like love, or was that love is a feeling, not emotion? So was that an emotion? Do we sometimes confuse emotions with feelings? And I'm just freestyling this. I don't even know the difference, but I think we use them interchangeably. An intense feeling of deep affection. So love is a feeling, and it's not an emotion. So a lot of the times I think we were confusing feelings and emotions. So yeah, I was right. A lot of times we're confusing feelings with emotions, and I was emotional about it, and I thought that I loved her because it was lust. And I was emotional because she did give me, not a feeling that she gave me, that was love. At our highest point, that feeling that she gave me was love. But that emotion, after all that was gone and that was prior, that emotion is what I was running off of. But if I could have went back and just thought about the feeling, I could have seen that she wasn't willing to give me that feeling again. But I was working all off of my emotions. And I think we do that a lot. I know we do that a lot. We confuse our emotions with our feelings. We get emotional, and I'm very emotional, but our emotions are not our feelings. They do come from our feelings, or they can derive from our feelings. But a lot of the times we deal with our emotions like they're our feelings. Like, because you can be pissed off. So you ever been so pissed you want to punch somebody's whole head off their body? But do you really want to hurt somebody like that? Or is it just how you feeling emotionally at the time? Or is it just, that is emotional? You know what I'm saying? I've been mad enough to kill a nigga. But that was me being emotional. Do I really want to kill somebody? Nah, that's my feelings. You can ask me my feelings on murder. Me? No. I don't even really like guns. But I've been at a couple points in my life where I definitely wanted to kill a nigga. And that was all off of emotion and not my feeling. So I guess that's what I was questioning. How do we control that? If love is the feeling, right? And the feeling that I have for this person, I had back in the day, no matter how long ago it was, for me not to love them anymore would mean that I was just acting off of emotion, not my feelings. And that's how y'all be wanting us to act off of our emotions and not our feelings. So you just worried about right now. But it ain't about right now. It's about who I was before I got here, because that's how I got here. It's about who you was before you got here, because that's how you got here. So it's not just about right now. You be saying my feelings, or I'll say feelings. But if it's about in the right now and you haven't thought about it, it's all about your emotions. It's you being emotional instead of using your feelings. And a lot of times people are scared to show their feelings, right? That's when girls act like they don't like you. Guys for sure. Ladies, these niggas are scared to show their feelings. For one, because they don't love themselves and they don't know themselves. But they confusing feelings with emotions, and they scared of both of them. They scared to show emotion unless it's rage or something like that. But they definitely ain't gonna show you their feelings. They scared to show you their feelings because they don't know themselves and they don't want to be vulnerable. A part of it is just because of the society that we in, and we don't trust nobody. But black people, we don't love. We don't know how to love. And I mean it on a mass scale. So I'm not telling you, you individual black person, you don't know how to love. But on a mass scale, on a whole, we don't know how to love. We don't know how to love. We don't know how to forgive. So a lot of times people don't even want to give you that part of them. Don't want to open up those feelings to you because ain't nobody ever loved them like that. Or they never knew how to receive the love like that. You know what I mean? Just as a whole, we don't know how to love. But start using your feelings and not your emotions. Just take a second. And I'm preaching to myself because I be pissed about some stuff. You understand me? But I be thinking about, hey, Troy, some of that stuff we talk about, I thought about it. And I'm still upset. so that's it. Not upset, but I'm still aware. So that's my feeling. But anyway, I don't think I should have to stop loving my ex. I encourage y'all, if y'all ever love somebody, whether y'all were in a relationship with them or not, do not abandon them. There is certain ways where you cannot be there for them that's inappropriate, even if you don't have a significant other. But if you've ever loved somebody, unless they did something catastrophic, whatever that is, to make you stop loving them, then you should always love them. Point blank, period. That's what it is. And you shouldn't have to be chastised about this love that you have for somebody that you've known for however long, or that you had this kind of relationship with. But people get it so fucked up once they get in a relationship. They just think it's just them. It's not all about you. I don't know what books you've been reading. I don't know who told you that. I don't know what movies you've seen. I don't know what poems you read. It's not all about you at all. It's not all about you. You hear me? Get that through your head. It's not all about you. I want to be with you. I want to treat you good. I want to treat you how you want to be treated. I want to make you feel good. But it's not all about you. For starters, some of it is about me. And if you my lady, never mind. But some of it should be about me, and some of it is about other people. You're not the only person in the world. You're not the only person in the world. You're not the only woman who's going to make me feel good. So ladies, when y'all get into a relationship or y'all going into a relationship, identify and understand I'm not the only woman that's going to make him feel good. I want to make him happy. I want to be there for him to make him happy. I want to build with him. That's totally fine. But thinking you're going to be the only one to make him happy? Nah. And that's selfish. All these people in the world, you telling me, listen, you already told me, and we already told each other, we're only going to be in a relationship with each other. All right, I agree to that. But you telling me now you putting restrictions on it where, well, I'm the only one who can make you happy. I'm the only one who you could think is sexy. I'm the only one who you can look at. Huh? Nah. That sounds like a trap to me. And we made that mistake a couple hundred years ago getting on that boat. Nah. That's what I feel like it's like sometimes, but I'm jaded. I guess I should have said that from the top of the broadcast. I'm mad jaded. Ladies, if y'all ever come in contact with me and we got any dealings with me, understand, I know I'm jaded. Okay? I don't want a relationship, and there's great women out there, and there's great relationships out there. So I'm not saying it can't be done. But me, your boy, I'm jaded. I'm super jaded. So take the last hour, however you want to take it from that respect. I'm jaded, though. I'm jaded. But I don't think I'm wrong. But yeah, I am jaded. I will admit that I'm jaded. But anyway, love and do things with feelings and not your emotions. And just be fair. If you only love so many people in your life, then you probably shouldn't take that love away, regardless of your new situation. All right, and my favorite segment. Love yourself, love somebody else. Um, my love doesn't. Hold on, before we get to that. Damn, I didn't even know I had that bar. So, cause this all came from, damn, I was about to tell my personal business, but this all came from a situation with me and my ex, and where I was voicing to my homeboys that I loved her. And after I was thinking about it, so my love doesn't expire. The environment in which it inhabits just changed. I'm gonna say that again. My love does not expire. The environments in which it inhabits change. That's all. I still love you, but it's in a different space. I have to put you in a different space because when I loved you when we were together, I loved you. I loved you to build, and I loved you to. We were growing so we can be one. I still love you. It's just the environment that it inhabits just changed. I have to change where I put you. That's all. I still care about this. It's like the stuff that you don't throw out. I still care about it, but I got to put it in a different place, whether that's physically or prioritizing. Because I still love you, but I'm in a relationship, so I can't love you more than I love my lady. I'm a father now, so I don't love you more than I love my kids or my kids' doings, but I love you. My love doesn't expire. The environment in which it inhabits just changes. That's all. But I should not love you. You should not love me. You should not, I'm just going to sound crazy, some of y'all, but you should not love me no more because you married. I'm happy for you because you married, because I love you. I love you. I know you. I want what is best for you and your happiness. So I'm happy for you. And I still love you. That's why I'm happy for you. I ain't happy for motherfuckers I don't love. You feel me? Honestly. Like, it makes me none. I like, it's cool. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. But the motherfuckers I see getting married on TV or celebrities and all that, I ain't happy for them. I don't know them. So I'm not really happy for them. Now I can use my emotions and I can be emotionally tied to them and feel like that. But my feelings are with somebody who I actually know. So I'm happy for you. And I still love you. And just because you married, I don't think you should stop loving me. Because I haven't done nothing for you to stop loving me. You just prioritize where you put it. That's all. It don't go no further than you loving me. You don't have to want to be with me and all that. Just prioritize where you put it. That's all I'm saying. Now we go to my favorite segment. The love yourself, love somebody else. Love don't cost a thing. Just give it. It don't cost a thing. If you loved and you was double-crossed, cool. Somebody double-cross. Niggas double-cross you all the time who you don't love. But people need love. And half the time and half the stuff that go on in the world, the whole reason is because people don't love them. They never received love. Remember I was talking about black people and how we love and our lack of the knowledge on how to love and how to forgive. A lot of people just need to be loved. Love don't cost a thing, y'all. Give it. Don't be too cool to love. And I'm not just talking about in a relationship with your significant other. In fact, I'm talking about almost everything but that. Don't be too cool to love. Like, black people, we so cool that, like, charity should be more cool. Like the people who run the charity organizations and the people who do charitable things and the people who just do nice shit, we should deem them the coolest. You know what I'm saying? The people who just actually spreading love. And I'm not saying like we don't denounce them or talk bad about them, but we don't exalt them either. Exalt the people who show love. You know what I'm saying? As an example for all of us to show love, because I promise y'all, everybody needs love. Everybody needs love. You can try to run from it as much as you can, but people die without getting it. Don't get it confused. People die every day without never receiving love in their life or understanding how to receive love. And a lot of them are our youth. These young niggas that's just shooting each other like crazy. They don't know nothing about love. They don't know nothing about love, and they died or they went to jail before they got a chance to experience it. Love don't cost a thing, y'all. Give it. Find somebody to give it to because they need it. One of your coworkers need it. Somebody who in your apartment complex or in your neighborhood need it. Somebody who you used to be cool with, they need your love. You got enough?
You got enough to give. You know why you got enough to give? Because you need love and somebody poured that into you. If you can and you know how to love, it's because somebody poured it into you. Now pour it back. Don't be too cool to love somebody. Love costs nothing, man. Just give it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Episode 1, Season 3. We're going to have some guests this season. We're going to have some fun topics as well as, educational topics. But I'm glad y'all tuned in for Season 3, man. Come back next week and check me out. Hey, man, I love y'all. Remember, you cannot keep it a buck without making sense. Take us up out of here, Tims.
That I couldn't imagine. We're from the depths of the jungle, would've thought it was magic. Set a goal, mapped it out, and put the plan in action. You know we bout that action. Speaking parables, God talk, you know how guys do. Always more to prove, like a nigga 5'2". Quick to slide through the art of war, masterful like Sun Tzu. You don't find us, nigga, we find you. Imitated, never duplicated, nigga super jaded, too amazing, no he's super patient. Moonwalk through the bullshit, foot super gracious. Praises to the greatest, tell me who debating. 99 if we talking ratings. Never not believed in me, that's just how I'm cut. Be a man about your word, always keep that shit a buck. And if a nigga test your bloodline, stand for yours. The only thing that matters in this world, who wanted more? Look, never not believed in me, that's just how I'm cut. Be a man about your word, always keep that shit a buck. And if a nigga test your bloodline, stand for yours. The only thing that matters in this world, who wants it more? Yeah.